23174611. Koordinaten nicht weit von der Erde. Wenn Sie wissen wollen, wieso ich das tat, was ich tat, sehen Sie dort nach.
Listen, I'd be very heavy about, you know, the kind of rich detail of the psychological portrayal of the character, but at the heart of it as well is a 10-year-old inside me going, yes! Because, you know, you're running through plates of glass, you're jumping at things and then flying through the air because you're on a rig that's taking you up on a wire, and then you're, you know, doing these stunt scenes where I learned sort of this sort of Hollywood foos, it's called, you know, to sell the punches and kicks, and just a whole new skill set, and so enjoyable to try and perfect with a really expert group of filmmakers. And with JJ at the helm, it's a pleasure, man. He's very special. He is without doubt a genius and a polymath, and you know, those are two words that I don't use very often. I don't think many people do. I mean, you know, he owns those titles. He turns his hand to anything, and he's a professional at it within a second. And it all comes not just from this infuriatingly brilliant and fast furnace of a Spock-like brain, but also from an incredibly well, Kirk-like heart. You know, the man backs off human intentions and intuition and feeling, and he's very, very, very generous with both those things. So he creates spectacle, he creates complex plots, he creates a real jeopardy and excitement, but in amongst all of that, you care because these characters are fully rounded, and they're themes that all of us can relate to about family and loyalty and friendship and what that means. It's a feast, this film. It's so generous. I mean, I emailed JJ, and that was the first of many compliments, was just thanking him for the generosity he has as a director, not just with us as artists, to allow us our time to develop character and moments on screen and frame us and shoot us beautifully and just make the whole thing just bedazzling, but also to his audience. I mean, it's very sophisticated storytelling. There's really rich themes that sort of sew a thread through the whole kind of backdrop, and you know, sort of forced in your face. It's not, look at us, how clever are we being, but there are very grown-up questions being asked in the sort of figure of Harrison, my character. A very ambiguous relationship to what is generically a bad guy. You know, yes, he's kick-ass, yes, he's powerful, yes, he's manipulative and very devious and extraordinarily adept at doing what he does. But when you discover his motivations, hopefully you should have an empathy shift. He's got a moral core and a real purpose, and it kind of marries Kirk's in many ways. It's extraordinary. I mean, you know, normally as an actor you get very self-conscious when you're watching yourself and you're in your own audience. It's a very peculiar, surreal experience, and I'm always uncomfortable about viewing my work anyway. But with this, there is so much going on around you, and even though your imagination has to go there on the day to try and contextualize your environment and, you know, how to respond to that as an actor, actually with JJ there's an awful lot of real environment. There's a lot of live action which is on the ship, which was a huge set, or, you know, various other locations. But you really, in the background, you don't know how sophisticated and brilliant and rich and beautiful the imagery is going to be, and it just blew me away. It really did. So even in the scenes where I was in kind of going, oh God, it means sort of carrying a little bit, I could really distract myself by just getting lost in space, and Earth's never looked so good as well in 3D IMAX. I mean, it's great. It is the way to see the film, and it's a cumbersome thing to kind of, you know, do on the day, but my God, it's up there on the screen. It's worth every moment of wait and patience on the day.